then, this is a request to Mrs. Toolomeiniak. Yeah. What I want you to do now, is grab the wife, put a chair in front of the television or in front of the phone, and get the wife or the girlfriend, well, or even the boyfriend, tie them to the chair and make them watch this film. Yeah. If you want a really fantastic Christmas and you're a bit of a shed man, bit of a tool man, bit of a tinkerer, get your other half, get the missus, tie the missus to the chair and make her watch this film, because this is this year. Now, every year the wife says to me, "Oh, what are we going to buy the male members of the family? You know, the in-laws and all the rest of it." Well, and I've always said tools, and she's always said to me, no, tools, poo-poo, she doesn't get tools. They're not interested, only you're interested in tools, they're not interested in tools, blah, 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 right? So if you're looking for, now this is only, it's not your main present, it's only your stocking filler, you know, your little bit. I have, I'm special. Well, I'm special because before Christmas, I have several presents a day running up to Christmas. And you know, Christmas Eve, when you're in the wife's very busy getting ready for Christmas Day, preparing everything, and you're in the way. Well, you know, the instead of giving the kid a PlayStation game to go and play PlayStation, lock himself in the room out the way, buy the husband just a cheap little stocking filler, and they'll do great. And I'm going to show you how to make your husband into a hero. Yeah, keep watching. Now you see, these are on the market, cheap as chips, couple of quid, stocking filler. Wrap them up, give him on Christmas Eve. He'd go off and play with them forever, wouldn't he? Who wouldn't want something like that? A couple of little screwdrivers. Now, we're talking about little screwdrivers. Give him a set like this. If you give your husband a set of screwdrivers like this, as a bit of a stocking filler, as a bit of a gap filler, right? He will be a hero. Something will be broken, the glasses on the screwdrivers, on the screw on the glasses have come loose. There's a tool, there's a little thing broken, an ornament broken, or something like that. Needs tightening up. He'll be a hero. Oh, I can fix that, love. I've got a tool that you bought me at Christmas. Yeah. So you can turn your husband into a Superman. Yeah. You can get him a set of, you know, these security screws. Cheap as chips. Just get a pack of them. Don't be frightened to buy your husband. Come on, get this off. There we are. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I'm not being very successful. Buy your husband a pack of those little multi-tipped screws included. Get him a little socket set. Cheap and nasty in the tool world, but very handy if you haven't got one. Yeah, just throw them in the car, take them off with you. You can buy him a little bit of a odd. Ooh, this is going to come out the wrong way around, I think. Yeah, I'm opening everything the wrong way around today. You could buy him a set of when he's got a rounded nut on a shaft and you can't get it out. You can buy him these. Now, it's nothing he's going to use every day. It's nothing going to use every month. He might not even use it 2 or 3 times a year. All he has to use it is once, and he saved the day. Look at this lovely thing. You can make several. You know, you want to make a hole in a dash, or you want to make a hole this big, or make it a bit bigger, or a bit bigger and a bit bigger, and you can get one of these to put on the end of his drill. Yeah, or you can get him a multi-tool. These things are fantastic multi-tools. And the thing is, what I'm saying is, if you buy somebody a bottle of beer, a bottle of wine, bottle of whiskey. It's gone and forgotten, and you're forgotten. Who gave me that? You know, you buy him a jumper, he wears out the jumper, and then he doesn't remember who gave him the jumper. You know, each one of these have got a little story to them. Yeah, a little sump adapter plug. This was a secret Santa. Yeah. So I gave everybody one of these. Yeah, like a secret Santa thing. And the good thing for the blokes is if you go shopping and you find something that you wanted, then you get to have one as well, don't you? Yeah. I must admit, I have done that in the past. I've chosen something for one of the male members of the household and decided they're not having it, I'm having it. Give them a t-shirt or give them a shirt or give them a jumper that I didn't use last year. There are so many fantastic man things out there that every shed man would absolutely enjoy. Another set of multiple screwdrivers. Another screwdriver that, you know, is multi-purpose. Lots of uses. Another little set here, a little socket set. Just go and get a cheap and what's that? What's these? I can go from a couple of quid to 20 quid or so, something like that. You know, if you're just looking for a little stocking filler, a little, you know, something odd, it doesn't matter what you pick up, because your man, if it's tools, your man's gonna love it. Look at this screwdriver, multiple. These multi-tools are so useful. And what's that? Well, if you go on the Facebook and eBay, you might get that for 10 or 15 quid, or if you go to the shop, the machine mart or something, it's a little bit dearer. Look at this, for instance. Look at this. I think it was a tenner on a desk somewhere. Yeah, that would be a fantastic stocking filler for the husband. Yeah. Now, drilling, look at these unbreakable drills. Wow. We saw them in the show, didn't we? How about them getting a set of unbreakable drills? I mean, a man always wants to drill an hole. It doesn't really matter what size the hole is. He always wants to drill it. Give him something to make a hole in something, and he's as happy as Larry. Yeah. Even, you know, an addition. Buy him something he hasn't got. Buy him something, and it might come in useful. It might take a while to become useful, but the day that becomes useful, he remembers. Oh, darling, I used that today. The thing that you bought me 5 years ago. Whereas if you bought him a jumper or an alcohol, the jumper would have gone out of fashion, and the alcohol would have been drunk, and that would be the end of that. One little add-on to the end. We've all got tape measures. But you want to please your man? Buy your man a man-sized tape measure. Yeah, you're not a real man unless you've got a man-sized tape measure. So all you wives out there that really don't know what to buy, a little stocking filler, a little bit for their husband, a little bit of a surprise, if they've got a shed or a workshop, or just buy them anything, because everything is fantastic, everything is useful, and you know, you only have to use it once when you're in trouble, and you can turn your husband or your husband to be into a superhero, because he saves the day, because he's gone to his shed. He's, oh look, you know that set you bought me a couple of years ago? Oh, I think I've got one of those in my toolbox, in my kit. So yeah, you can untie the wife now as long as she promises to go and buy you a couple of stocking fillers. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Money's a bit tight at the moment, and I'm not talking about your main present. Do you know what I mean? You can even, if he's watching a few of these programs, go and buy him. Go and find a vintage tool. Go and find something old. Preferably, if you happen to come across one in a vintage shop, try and get something that has a name on it, so that he can look at it. You'll buy him the tool, he can look at the name, he can find it in a book, he can research it. It makes it that much more interesting. And you never know, you might decide to collect a whole load of them. I mean, if you really want to push the boat out, if you really want to push the boat out, you go and find him something that cannot be found. And I challenge anybody here to say that they've got one of these. You can always go and find, it doesn't have to be brand new and shiny and with 12 months warranty. We've found this in the book. This goes as far back in the toolbox to 1930 and probably further back than that. And it has a name and it has a country. So made in England. Oh yeah, fantastic. So they can see the label, they can see the tool, so they can go on the internet and they can find out the history of it. Makes these more interesting. And of course, if it's older, you know, it all could be cleaned up and painted and made to look nice. So don't be shy. Don't ever say, oh, I don't really know what to buy. The man of the family. Tools. Every man would love to have any of these tools in his collection, and has probably got them, but would always like another pair or another set. So that's my tip for Christmas, and I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas. So just before you untie the wife, if she hasn't managed to escape yet, there are some fantastic, what I've just been speaking about is cheap and cheerful stocking fillers, nice things like that. I mean, if time is tight, then, you know, a little present is great. But don't be afraid of buying your husband something like a Tadger, something that breaks through, a drill, angle-shaped screwdriver, a sander, tool kits. You can socket sets. You can go and buy your husband a socket set, and you know, obviously you've got to do a bit of fishing. Have you got a socket set, love? Right. Have you got a sander? Let's shut that down a bit. Let's shut that down a bit. Have you got a drill, love? And is it electric or is it battery? You know, you've got to do a bit of fishing for your main. You know, have you got is it 210? What's 210, love? Get him to explain what 210 is, and maybe get him a I think it's 110 actually. Now here's something I'm going to recommend to you, and obviously prices, and one of the best recent things that I had, and I had this last year, was this set of, do you know what, I haven't even charged up the battery yet of these. I may have done it once in a year, but these have been a fantastic kit. The torque, the driver has been fantastic. I know, yeah, there's other makes, so go get other makes, whatever. But these modern, with the new batteries now, they're so strong. And if your husband's just been using the drill on its own, which is great, but go get him a torque driver. Wow, there's a difference. There's a massive difference. Once you've used these, it's one of those things that you use it and you always think to yourself, how on earth did I ever survive without it? Yeah. Or if you may have seen your husband using a grindette with a wheel and a grindette and a sander. Well, just go get him a bigger grindette. Make if he's doing fairly big jobs with his little grindette, go get him a bigger one. Get the 110 box for him. There's tools. Husbands love tools. And I nearly forgot about spanners. Oh, go get your husband a set of spanners, so he's never short of a spanner again, and he can make a display on the wall and make them look nice. You can hang them on the wall, and when you've got one and you lose it, you put it down behind somewhere, or you can't find it on the moment, where you just go to the wall and get another one. Simples. Yeah. spanners. You can hang them up on nails. You can make your own sort of little display of them. You can hang them underneath your shelf. You might have space under a shelf, or if you bought them in the roll, you just nail the roll to the wall and display them. Always handy. Short ones, long ones, it don't matter. You can never have enough spanners because you've always put one out your hand somewhere. Where's that 10mm? In a lifetime, how many 10mm spanners go missing in a lifetime? Hundreds. I'd go thousands of 10mm spanners disappear somehow. Socket sets. You can buy them big fat socket sets that they can use in whichever way. You can buy them sockets, tools. You can buy them loose. You can buy a cheap little, you've seen the cabinets around, but just the little cheap cabinets, they're fine. Do just the same things. Buy him things to keep his tools in, you know, in his space, so he can look at them. Now this, I don't know how many years I bought it. This has been bought for years and years, and it's last. They don't wear out. Spanners don't wear out. And you know, it's something to remind him of you. When I pick this up, I think, oh yeah, Debbie bought me this. Yeah, well, Debbie bought me this. Well, like I say, if it was a big cigar, it would have been smoked. If it was a packet of cigarettes, it would have been gone. If you'd bought him an expensive bottle of whiskey, he would have drank the whiskey and then forgot about the whiskey and forgot about who gave him the whiskey. Everything has a story. It creates history, creates memories, doesn't it? Yeah, tools. Every tool, every item has a story to it. You can't always remember it, but sometimes it comes in your mind, or he's with you. And do you remember I bought you that when I was on holiday? Oh yeah, that was a fantastic holiday, wasn't it? So tools are memory, you know, fantastic tools are. Then, what do we have here? Ipswich. Ipswich. Do you remember what has come from Ipswich? That's a bit of a. It feels like it's in a cardboard box. I hope I haven't broken anything. No. Let's investigate a little further. What's in? Is it a wing thing? Oh yeah, come on. Oops. Oh yeah, it's all right. That's not a cable I've broken or something. Ooh. What on earth has come from Ipswich ABS? What is this? What is this? Ah! The lights have arrived. We're not going to make the same mistake as we did. Come from China via Ipswich. We're not going to make the same mistake we did last time. If you remember last time, the last set of lights cost us a fortune. I thought to myself, I'm not going to get any cheap and cheerful things out of China. I'm going to get me some proper American ones. So anyway, I found a set from America. So I sent off for them. I waited. They turned up. Great. They were made in China. The bloke had bought them in China and was selling them from America. I only presumed they were American. And when they came, there was a small problem with them. I can't remember now, but I think they had to be refitted twice. And we ended up getting a set from China. So we just... we're not going to make that mistake again, and these will do fine, because last time we gave Ricky a set of lights, he didn't fit them all anyway, because he didn't need them all. So anyway, woohoo, the LEDs have arrived, and apparently they work on a, have they got a remote? They work on an app or a Bluetooth or something. Not really. What the hell does it say? Does it work? Light power, DC. If I remember, these things work via an app. Anyway, the lights. Ooh, another one to the ready for the to give to Rick to fit to the Goldwing. Rick, the lights have arrived, mate. The lights have arrived.